Namaste, my beautiful queens, my gorgeous, beautiful queens. You know, I want you to do one thing. I'm sorry if I'm going to be all over the place. There is a paradox in something in here that teaching you all this, and I'm planning to be talking more about this, that actually what my goal is to make you understand and help you understand your own self-worth, to teach you to respect yourself and love yourself. Because if you become this, no more you are going to be victims of psychopath, manipulators, narcissists, or all together. The funny thing is that if I do, I'm not going to have no clients, but I'd rather have less clients than I have the broken-hearted women. Girls, I told you, and this is important for you to understand, that I am saying it not because I'm just saying it. The lack of knowledge leads you to huge problems in life. The lack of knowledge makes you screw up, sorry my language, fuck up years of your life or your entire life. Knowledge is power. Write it on the wall. Knowledge is power. Lack of knowledge, you are being manipulated. You are easy to manipulate. Easy breezy piece of cake to manipulate if you have no knowledge. You have your phones, you have your laptops, you have your computers. Don't just hang on the Facebook or something like this. Read it, Google it, get into this, and don't allow anybody to screw up your life. The subject I want to talk today would be manipulation. And if you think that you are someone who would never do this, who would never be affected by this, who probably could never even be under this, you would be so wrong you can't even imagine. Because right now we are living in the time of technologies, of all the information to be available, and information about such thing called NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. This is the method of influencing subconscious and making a person do whatever the hell that person wants by pressing certain buttons on you. This information is available to anybody who wants to read it. And in our time, the sad thing is that in many countries, some men just do it because they are manipulators by nature. They are manipulative. Some are doing it intentionally. There is a huge group which includes million of men who study and visit seminars and study techniques how to manipulate any woman. And believe me, ordinary weak women are not the target. The target are strong, powerful, unique, successful women. And they know how to press those buttons and make a woman be a puppet. So I am begging you, because you cannot even imagine that you could be among the manipulated ones. The sad thing, I wrote a lot here, I'm going to show you. The very sad thing is that some women, even while understanding that they are being manipulated, they still stay in this game, so-called, hoping for heck knows what, hoping for changing him or saving his soul, or so on and so on. And of course, sad thing, when I witness every day is when I tell a woman you are being manipulated right here. And in cards, it shows as Seven of Swords, it shows as Devil, it shows as Five of Swords, it shows as the Page of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and the Magician. The cards would show. But even if I tell such a woman about manipulation used on her, they don't want to believe. You know what happens, my beautiful queens? Women stay in this horrible manipulation, truly and deeply believing that this is love of their life, that this is true love. They stay for years when a man just pulling all the strings. So I am begging you, after I finish, I hope I have enough time, I will explain and give you some tips on manipulation, which you might not even be aware. Please go to Google and just write there the ways, like something like this, ways to tell you're being manipulated, or the methods of manipulation, the ways of manipulation, how to tell I am being manipulated. Please just Google it. Just Google it. Just read those articles. Please do not allow some psychopath screw up your life, because it's not written on his forehead that he's a psychopath, manipulator, narcissist. Girls, I've seen professional psychologists, women who have tons of books written, tons of seminars made. I have seen those falling under the professional manipulators, or there are professional manipulators which just can pull all the strings. I have been manipulated brilliantly. Like, I have been manipulated in such brilliant way that I would give him everything I had. I would agree to die, to steal, to kill, to create tons of everything, just throw everything to his feet without him even doing too much manipulation. So let us go. Please Google, please promise me you're gonna Google instead of watching some stupid YouTube video. You're gonna go and print on YouTube or on Google ways to be manipulated. Now, how can I tell I am being manipulated, how men manipulate, so on and so on. So you have a man in your life and you think that the man loves you, or he cares, or he, wants to have something serious with you. But in fact, you are being played with. You are being pressed all your buttons. How can you know you are being played with? How can you know you are being manipulated? There are different types of manipulation. These are just some. Please go on Google. So-called plus minus, the swing. Plus minus, it's when he comes closer. It's similar to the fifth, come closer, pull away, right here. The swing, he comes and he goes. Hot, cold, which I read in your emails 30 times a day minimum every day. He's acting hot, he's acting cold. This is a method of manipulation. The pin or the knife is when a man suddenly comes to you and acts like he's insanely in love, spends passionate night to you. Just to let you know, girls, the manipulator is a professional manipulator. They research technique of love making and sex. This is not love making. And they consider themselves gods in sex. So he tries to give you such sex that you're not going to forget this for a lifetime. This is also a way to manipulate. Come closer, pull away. All these methods are methods of manipulation. The pin is, or the knife, the blade, it's called the blade or the pin, is when he suddenly comes to you and he starts telling you that he's finally found the love of his life. He wants to have children with you. He wants to be spending. He wants to wake up with you each morning, so on and so on. Then next day he disappears completely. Interesting thing, girls, that if you figure out you are being manipulated and you stop playing his games, he's gonna disappear out of your life, because if he finds the opponent, you, which is stronger than him, or not stronger, but somehow not easy to manipulate. Some of them become very full of challenge, or it's a challenge. It's a woman I cannot manipulate, so I'm gonna use different methods. So they use different methods. So they either gonna disappear out of your life, or they are going to keep on using. Girls, this is not a joke. NLP, please Google it. NLP manipulation. This is not a joke. This is serious method, and they can use even things including hypno techniques. And you might not even be aware of it, because some techniques which they study, they learn it. Some techniques includes he looks straight into your eyes like he reads your thoughts. He touches you softly while looking into your eyes. They use the method of the voice. The low, sexier voice, the better. They have libraries, they have coaches, they have gurus, they have seminars, they have books which call dark psychology. I even looked it up. I looked it up online, and there are books, the dark psychology, how to manipulate. They can read it, they can study, and you will be absolutely unaware. Absolutely unaware. So to manipulate, actually, I wrote here, silent treatment is another way to manipulate. To manipulate your emotions, to make you a puppet. This is a goal, to make you a puppet. All right. How to know that he manipulates you? He makes you feel fear, doubts, and lack of self-respect. Different methods how he do it. But also, he makes you feel all kinds of emotions. The most important, to make you invest tons of your emotions. So why all this hot, cold, come closer, pull away? Because to make you feel all a range of emotions, especially to bring down your self-worth, make you wait, expect, and hope. Why? When he makes you wait, when he makes you expect, when he makes you hope, the waiting woman, the woman which is waiting and expecting and hoping, is easy to manipulate. She's gonna be his puppet, and she's gonna do whatever the heck he wants to do. It's all done to bring down your self-worth, to bring down your self-worth, to make you give him. It's amazing. Without him investing anything in you, he's gonna press all your buttons and pull all your strings like on a puppet, that you will be willingly giving him everything. Sex, love, emotions, money. Girls, please be careful. Online dating, online relationship have now the whole group of professional manipulators, which is very easy to done when they're away from you. I've seen women selling properties. I've seen because there is a sick child, sick mother, he's ill, he has cancer, I've seen a professional musician woman who is traveling on all over the world, which is famous in her area, sending $25,000 to a guy she met online. Girls, online, on a dating sites, or just online, all this relationship, this ridiculous emails I get. I met him online, I've never met him, we've been in relationship for a year, he's my soulmate, but I only once sent him $5,000, now he disappeared. There are a whole group of scammers which particularly function online. Their goal is they're not even gonna ask you. You will give them it all. Please, you have to know it. You have to be aware about it. He makes you feel all range of emotions, from waiting to anger to frustrating to jealousy. But what is the method to not be manipulated? Girls, there is only one method. Know your worth. Self-love and self-respect. When you know your worth, you are very difficult to manipulate. And manipulators have one very serious thing. Their words don't match their actions. I'm gonna write it down. The words do not match actions. For example, he tells you he loves you to death and wants to spend a lifetime with you. Then you are in the middle of, hurricane, and like I was recently. Or you are ill, or you are in serious trouble, and he's nowhere to be found. He doesn't give a damn if you're alive or dead, if you're sad or angry, if you're okay or not okay. The words don't match actions. I told you 1 billion times that true love, not manipulation, is trust, respect, and care in actions. In actions, if you're in relationship and with him on freaking online, okay? And there is no actions. No, this is freaking manipulation or a game, because some of them are pick-uppers, professional pick-upper, 7 of Swords. Some of them go further in their studies. Some of them are professional manipulators, and a third stage is called player. A professional player. They have a women. I mean, they're sick. They're psychopath. Of course, it doesn't happen just out of blue. Of course, there are certain experiences which brought him to this stage. But do they have feelings? No, they don't have feelings, girls. They don't have feelings. That's why the words don't match actions. He tells you, oh, you are this, you are that, but then you need help. Then you are in trouble. Then something happens and he's nowhere to be found. Gaslighting, by the way, one of the manipulation ways. Gaslighting is when you don't know exactly what is going on, where you're standing. This is, again, I'm getting your emails. I don't know what he wants from me. If he doesn't love me, why he keeps on coming to me? You are being manipulated. This is why he keeps on coming to you. Okay? And why he does it, why they play. First, just for fun. Second, they need something from you. What can it be? Your emotions, your love, your energy to feed dark entities, your talent, your money, or the people you know career-wise, or something else. When a manipulator has nothing else to take from you, he's gonna disappear out of your life. Or if you no longer are being manipulated, if you no longer let him to manipulate you, then he's gonna disappear. He's gonna understand, okay, she's not, I cannot deal with her, then I'm gonna be gone. Can they love? No, they can't love. Can they have real feelings? No, this is a psychopath. It's a psychological, it's a mess. So how it is easy to manipulate you? When he makes you an emotional mess. I'm out of place. Emotional mess. All techniques he does is to make you emotional mess when you're all over the place. You're crying, you're laughing, you love, you hate, you waiting for him, you hating, you loving him again. You're all over the place. You're emotional mess. You are being manipulated. Very important things. What thing I need to tell you? How to know if you are being manipulated. What is gonna happen physically to you when you are being manipulated? Very easy. Very easy. You have intuition. You are going to even feel physically sick, headaches, the fever, the heart racing, the suddenly insomnia. Because what happens, my beautiful queens, when a serious NLP technique is used, and neuro-linguistic programming, he's programming you, he's making you into a puppet. He presses your buttons and pulls your strings. You to him are nothing but a puppet. Nothing at all but a puppet. He's just doing this and he feels so powerful. He has his 100 women he's done it to. This is scary. This is really bad. How you know? When you are being manipulated without your knowledge about it, your body and your subconscious is going to react. It's gonna feel bad. Emotional mess. If you are with a man who loves you, who gives you all this, the respect, actions, I already told you, where is it? Trust, respect, care in actions. Then you don't feel bad. You don't feel insomniac. You don't feel like emotional mess. You don't feel like, I don't know where I am. I'm lost. I am all over the place. I don't want to see him. I want to see him. Oh, he's my drug. I can't live without him. When he brings you to this position of this emotional mess, then girls, this sad things happens, tragic things happens. Even when you want a reading with me and I tell you all this, 2% of you listen to me and 98% of you don't want to hear it. The tragic situation is that he brings you in such emotional mess that you start finding him excuses. When a man acts like an asshole and you keep on finding him excuses, you are being manipulated. Let me explain, let me tell it again to you. If a man acts constantly like an asshole, brings down your expectations, treats you wrong, but you constantly try to find him lame excuses, you are being manipulated. But your psychomatic, your body, your physical, and your non-physical, everything is gonna go against it. Your heart's gonna be racing, you're gonna get sick, you're gonna get even allergy. You're gonna be like I did. I had allergies for a year. I didn't understand what the hell is going on. What the hell is going on? I was manipulated. So you get this insomnia. You don't know what's going on. You don't know if you're crazy or you're normal. You don't know if he really cares or he doesn't care. If he cares, why he does. If he cares, you asking yourself why he acts like an asshole. But if he doesn't care, why he keeps on coming back? Why? Manipulation. This is manipulation. And my beautiful queens, please Google this subject. Please read about it. You cannot imagine how serious it is. This. In my next video, which I'm going to link to this one because I don't have time now, I will tell you the words that manipulator tells you. Just several phrases I wrote right here, 10 phrases the manipulator tells you, which if you hear those words, you're gonna be absolutely sure you're dealing with a manipulator. Girls, you cannot imagine really that, as I already said, they have the books, they have the seminars, they have the coaches, and the professional manipulator, he can make you fall and obey. What is his goal? What is the goal of manipulator? To make you a puppet. A puppet. So just they know exactly what they are doing. Exactly what they are doing. So he knows when to suddenly cut off communication and become cold, silent. He knows exactly your reaction because their books and their seminars, they explain it. You won't believe that I actually my beautiful queens, I am being respected by many kinds of men. And I've had in my life men manipulators who try to use their things on me, but because probably the only man who could manipulate me was my twin flame, because my logic, I turned it off and I didn't see no red flag. I didn't see nothing. I was blind. I was as blind as you can imagine. If if you would put poison in front of me like this and you would say, he wants you to drink this poison and die, if you love him, I would do exactly this. I would just open it, I would drink it, I would die. This is how blind I was. That's a long story. Anyways, but of course, and in me, the reason for that was exactly as the reason for you, my beautiful queens. Self-worth. You are asking me, my beautiful queens, why do I keep on attracting assholes in my life? Can it stop? And I'm telling you, until you learn to respect and love and cherish and yourself, you're gonna keep on attracting assholes into your life. This is the truth of it. That's why you have to work with yourself. I don't know why so many of you are scared of the word psychologist. I already told you many times that many psychologists, psychics, like healers like myself, sorcerers like myself, we go into two subjects. We go into philosophy and we go into psychology. Because some of you confuse psychologist and psychiatrist. When I tell some of you girls, get yourself a good psychologist, you are thinking I'm telling you you're crazy. Girls, psychologist is not a psychiatrist. Those are different things. Psychologists can tremendously help you, because if you keep on attracting assholes into your life, it means that you don't have this self-worth. Okay, I'm not going to go into my terrible childhood here. I'm not going to go that I had been broken not once, I had been broken many times, and that I've had this huge thing in me that I'm worthless, that I didn't have no self-love, no self-worth, no self-respect, nothing. I used to say I'm nobody and I'm nothing. And it took me, I have good friends, I keep on working right now. At this moment, I have 4 psychologists friends with. They are psychologists, and they are as well as tarot readers and parapsychologists, so on and so on. Because when couple years ago, when maybe I'll make a video how to survive betrayal of your twin flame. I was broken 2017, end of 2017. I was dead. I was done. I was dead walking. That was it. I was an end of me. I was completely destroyed. And when I came to one of them, the first one of them, it was terrible. I had to see myself, and I had to understand that I don't have any self-worth in me. I don't have any self-love. I don't have any self-respect. And when she started to actually work with me, then I met another one, then I met another one. That really changed it all in me, even though I understood lots of things. I know how to help others, but I don't know how to help myself. So girls, please Google. Please get yourself, if you don't have the money for a psychologist, there are tons of free workshops online. Don't think it's just gonna melt into air. All your problems are gonna dissolve by themselves. No, until you have that self-love, self-respect, self-value, they're gonna be people who gonna manipulate you. And it could be not just your man. It could be your family, could be your religion, could be anything. In a second part, I'm going to be talking about phrases manipulators use. Namaste.